There you go.
Okay, well, I don't know what's happening with that.
I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, Simon, if you need anything, put something in the chat room, okay? And we'll check periodically, okay? Okay, Ms. Chavez is gonna get started.
Okay. So, Simon, I had already told them, go to your Google Classroom under the in-person tab, go to your Love That Dog materials, like assignment, and then click the questions for that, because we are going to be reading pages 1 through 16 of Love That Dog, and then we're going to be answering those questions. Sound good? Sound good with you guys?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So go ahead and just close your Chromebooks halfway. Open up your Love That Dog book to page 1. What is that ringing?
Should I go across the hall?
Oh,
For Erin?
I'm like, I've been hearing it all day and it's driving me crazy.
He's trying to put her on live. He doesn't know how to make them all mute and turn on their.
Gotcha. So it says Jack in big blue letters. It's about 3 pages in from the cover.
I'll play this.
I'm closing the door. I can't.
It is like a dog whistle.
All right, are we there? Awesome. Jack, room 105, Miss Stretchberry, September 13th. I don't want to because boys don't write poetry. Girls do. September 21st. I tried. Can't do it. Brain's empty. September 27th. I don't understand the poem about the red wheelbarrow and the white chickens and why so much depends upon them. If that is a poem about the red wheelbarrow and the white chickens, then any words can be a poem. You just have to make short lines. Do you promise not to read it out loud? Do you promise not to put it on the board? Okay, here it is, but I don't like it. So much depends upon a blue car, splattered with mud, speeding down the road. October 10th. What do you mean? Why does so much depend upon a blue car? You didn't say before that I had to tell you why. The wheelbarrow guy didn't tell why. October 17th. What was up with the Snowy Woods poem you read today? Why doesn't the person just keep going if he's got so many miles to go before he sleeps? And why do I have to tell more about the blue car splattered with mud speeding down the road? I don't want to write about that blue car that had miles to go before it slept. So many miles to go in such a hurry. October 24th. I am sorry to say I did not really understand the Tiger Tiger Burning Bright poem, but at least it sounded good in my ears. Here is the blue car with tiger sound. Blue car, shining bright in the darkness of the night. Who could see you speeding by like a comet in the sky? I could see you in the night. Blue car, shining bright. I could see you speeding by like a comet in the sky. Some of the tiger sounds are still in my ears like drums. Beat, beat, beating. October 31st. Yes, you can put the 2 blue car poems on the board, but only if you don't put my name on them. November 6th. They look nice, typed up like that, on blue paper, on a yellow board. But still, don't tell anyone who wrote them, okay? And what does anonymous mean? Is it good? November 9th. I don't have any pets, so I can't write about one. And especially, I can't write a poem about one. November 15th. Yes, I used to have a pet. I don't want to write about it. You're going to ask me, why not? Right? November 22nd. Pretend I still have that pet? Can't I make up a pet? A different one? Like a tiger or a hamster? A goldfish? Turtle? Snail? Worm? Flea? November 29th. I liked those small poems we read today. When they're small, like that, you can read a whole bunch in a short time. And then in your head are all the pictures of all the small things from all the small poems. I liked how the kitten leaped in that cat poem, and how you could see the long head of the horse in the horse poem. I especially liked the dog poem. I liked the dog in the dog poem, because that's just how my yellow dog used to lie down, with his tongue all limp and his chin between his paws, and how he'd sometimes chomp at a fly and then sleep in his loose skin, just like that poet, Miss Valerie Worth, says in her small dog poem. So, based on that last poem that we read, why might the speaker not want to write about their pet? Austin?
It might have a tragic backstory.
It might have a tragic backstory. What words in the poems, what evidence can you use to support that? Layla? Right, he used to, so past tense. Those are great clues. Okay, if you open up your Chromebooks, do you want to do the questions together, or do you want to do them by yourself? Together? Together, Brian? Brittany? Okay.
Can we get bookmarks, please?
Yes, I'm sorry, I thought I gave you guys bookmarks.
You can do it.
I'm like, what do you have? Do you know how to make it where like they can see the screen up there
I always,
without having to drag and drop?
these kids here,
No, I'm like these two.
oh, to have it split, you mean?
No, like when it's up on here like this, but they can see it on that. There's a button that she clicks, but I have no idea what button it is. 'Cause
I just usually click on it and it comes, you know what I mean? Like I just
Yeah.
click on the form and they can see it there.
Because like for them to see it up there, I have to like move it.
Oh,
I
because she
can't
has
read
hers, she has it split.
Yeah.
And mine isn't like that. I just freeze mine.
No, it's okay. You know.
If you press Alt and then one of the slides over here, it'll split a complete out screen and you can see both exactly.
Right, but that's a different kind of split than what we're doing.
Go over there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Do I duplicate it?
Yes.
Is that easier? The Windows button
Okay.
and then the letter P at the same time.
Okay.
Don't know what it actually means. Did it work?
Yes. Now we are duplicated.
Okay.
Alright. So we are doing Love That Dog questions, page 1 through 16. And the first question is, what is the name of Jack's teacher? Mrs. Mutzbauer? Mrs. Stratton? Miss Stretchberry? Or Miss Chavez? In your head, on your
So
phone.
just mark it on your form.
And then thumbs up when you're ready to go to the next one. Okay. Why doesn't Jack want to write poetry at the beginning of the book? He is tired. Boys don't write poetry. He doesn't know what to write. He has already written his poem. And then thumbs up when you're ready. Why does the reader only hear Jack's voice and never what Miss Stretchberry says to him?
Do you want these incomplete sentences?
Yes, complete sentences, please. And could you check if Simon has time to any questions for Jack for me?
Yeah. Simon, do you have any questions? I don't think he's typed anything. Also, if you guys need something repeated, just ask, okay?
All right, for me, Marley, I see your thumbs. You can put them down. Brian, I see you.
Okay. Well, let's come back to it. We can come back to that question. If you guys get stuck on something, then come back to it, okay? So don't panic. Because it'll probably come back to you. Okay? Stop.
Why does Jack not want to write his name on his poems? Because he is not finished with the poem, because he does not want it read out loud or put on the board, because it is too short, or because he wants to work on it at home. Okay.
Not the technical.
I see 4 thumbs, are there 5? Okay. Turn to the back of the book and reread the poem, Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. So if you look at the back of the book, there's gonna be a set of poems that you can read. I believe this one is the second poem, right after the Red Wheelbarrow. Yes. So you should see some of the poems used by Miss Stretchberry. Guys, look at my book. You see this page, and then 2 pages past it is the poem. And the pages aren't numbered in this section, so it's kind of hard. But you're gonna reread that. And once you're done rereading it, you're gonna go back to the poem that's titled October 17th and read that poem to answer the question.
If you need help, raise your hand.
I'm coming up. Of the poem, there should be, I don't, how long?
Okay. Anyone need help? Anyone want it read to them? Yeah. Go right here. Because the miles to go before I sleep, the miles to go before I sleep. And, Joshua Wilson, he says, I want you to tell more of I'm sorry. Yes. 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 So why? He's wondering why. Right? So the question is, what does Jack not understand about this phone? Why are you, why are you? Yes. Got it.
He said okay. I told him to check his email.
Okay.
So he said okay. So hopefully he gets it. I sent him the link.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Just another minute and then I'll keep going on the questions. The computer's finishing up typing. Alright, so the next question says, Jack doesn't want to write about the pet he used to have. What pets would Jack rather write about? Tiger, hamster, goldfish, turtle, snail, worm, and flea? Or cow, horse, dog, cat, sheep, pig, and peacock? Thumbs up when you're done. List at least 2 reasons for why he likes to read small poems. If you need to look back at pages 15 and 16 to help you answer that question, you can. Thank you, Brittany. And then thumbs up when you're ready. Thanks, Brian. Carly. Layla. Okay. So the next one says, turn to the back of the book and read the poem Dog by Valerie Worth. Now, reread Jack's journal entry from November 29th. Describe the personal connection Jack made with the poem. So it's, if you find Stopping by the Woods, the original one that you guys looked at in the back, it's 2 pages after that. It's after The Tiger by William Blake. Do you guys want me to read the poem out loud to you? Okay. So it says Dog by Valerie Worth. Under a maple tree, the dog lies down, lolls his limp tongue, yawns, rests his long chin carefully between front paws, looks up, alert, chops with heavy jaws at a slow fly, blinks, rolls on his side, sighs, closes his eyes, sleeps, all afternoon in his loose skin. So then you're gonna go back to November 29th. Thank you, Lila. And it's on page 16. Tells you how he relates to the dog poem.
If you guys are struggling with this one, think about this. If you look at page 16 and read there, especially I like the dog and the dog poem because that's just how my yellow dog used to lay down with his tongue all limp and his chin between his paws, and how he sometimes chomped at a fly and then sleep in his loose skin. Just like that poet, Miss Valerie Worth says in her small dog poem.
Thank you, Molly.
There's the one from this. So, you know, sometimes it's
Alright, are you guys ready for me to do the last question?
Yeah.
For you to do this? So it says, which of the following helped Jack make this connection? So still talking about that same poem on page 16 and the dog poem. Was it personification, alliteration, imagery, or rhyme? Which of those helped Jack make the connection between his dog and the dog in the poem?
So if we review what those are, personification is where you give human-like qualities to something that's not human. Alliteration is where the first sound repeats, like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Imagery is where you get a picture in your mind, and rhyme has to do with the word rhyming. Okay?
And then when you're done, go ahead and hit submit, and then hit turn in.
Now, don't panic about, like, the essay questions
You're supposed to.
just come up red, right?
Right,
So don't
yes.
worry about it. If you need something repeated, ask.
That's all I've got it. All right, thumbs up if you've submitted and turned in. Perfect. Go ahead and open up a blank Google Doc. And then once you have it pulled up, go ahead and close your Chromebook lid just about halfway. Yes, Austin?
There's only 9 questions on the test that says the picture. Oh, that's cool. It's- Do you mark this as done?
Yes, mark it as done. And then open up a blank Google form or Google Doc, a blue one. How are you guys liking Love That Dog? Is it good so far? It's pretty easy, right? Alright, Austin, are you there?
Oh, is there a way to add one to the board ones?
Yeah, just a blank one.
Okay, then.
Alright, and then just close your laptop lid a little bit. Thank you. So today we're focusing on writing a poem using descriptive words and reading a poem with figurative language and imagery. Our objectives are I can compose a poem using descriptive words. I can determine the meaning of figurative language when used in poetry. And I can visualize poetry by using imagery. And what was imagery again? Miss Euchre just said it.
Isn't there like a picture inside your mind?
Yep, it's a picture inside your brain that is based off of words that you use. Leila, go ahead and just put your laptop lid halfway for me. Please and thank you. So, in Love That Dog, he mentioned the Red Wheelbarrow, right? This is that poem, and it's by William Carlos Williams. It's only 4 stanzas long, and we're gonna read it. I'll read it twice. I'll read it once, and then the second time I want you to like close your eyes and try to actually picture what he is writing about. So it says, so much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rain water beside the white chickens. So I'll read it again. Really try to picture that wheelbarrow and those chickens and what they look like. What does it sound like? Do you smell anything? So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. Can you see it?
What if you do like chickens?
It says beside the white chickens.
So the wheelbarrow's next to the chicken.
Oh,
So what does glazed mean? What does it look like? Austin?
Like it's around it or on top of it.
Okay, it's like a finish that's on top of something. Kind of like a glazed donut, right?
Is you were thinking of donuts?
Is it shiny or dull? It's shiny. What color is the wheelbarrow?
Red.
Red.
It's gonna be like a glossy red color.
Yes, glossy. I love that word. It's a very descriptive word. It's a glossy red wheelbarrow. It might have some water droplets from the rain, right? Misty, yeah. Do you smell the rain?
No, but you can smell the gloss in the chickens.
Some people say that they can smell the rain. I was like, well, I know what that smells like right after it rains. Really earthy. What about the chickens? Can you picture these like giant white fluffy chickens?
Yeah. I have a chicken.
Me too. Well, I don't have a chicken in jungle. Can you hear the chickens?
Yeah.
I can too. My grandpa and my uncle had a bunch on their farm, and I could always hear them. And I know Ms. Huber mentioned earlier that you can smell them. They definitely have a
It's like
Odor.
She was little, she had to, like my grandma, she lived on a house, she had to pick up all the chickens and get
Yep.
them from them.
I remember having to get the chicken with it. Chickens are mean sometimes.
Whenever you pull up the egg, they're like,
Yeah.
and they can't.
Well, that's why you gotta like sprinkle the food like away from their roots.
So
So
you
then
like
go to the food, and then you can get the eggs without them like scratching the food.
The chickens?
Yes, they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Layla.
Yes, they do. Okay, so we are going to be writing our own Red Wheelbarrow poem. And we are going to be using the exact same format. So I mean, you're going to have 4 sets of 2 lines each. So if you want, open up your Chromebooks. Your first 2 lines should all say, so much depends. And then the second line, so after you type so much depends, you're gonna hit enter so that upon is its own line, all by itself. And then when you're done, close your Chromebook halfway. So when you're done typing those 2 lines, close your Chromebook halfway.
On goes on the enter down and put a on below it.
Yep, upon should be by itself on its own line. Okay, we're gonna practice writing one together before you write your own. So someone give me an object. Austin?
It's like a jewel.
A jewel?
Crystal.
Okay, like a crystal. Now someone give me a descriptive word or an adjective to describe the crystal or jewel. Someone other than Austin. Shiny, okay. So we could write a shiny. Someone give me a color. Blue?
Pay attention, Joe, you're doing this on your own.
So each of these are its own stanza. It's only got 2 lines in each. And just like the first stanza, the last word in our sentence goes underneath it by itself. It's what's being described, right? So much depends upon a shiny blue jewel. Now we're going to describe it again. How does the jewel feel? Is it rough? Is it bumpy? Ryan? Hard?
Smooth.
Smooth?
Like it's
Right.
a straight one.
Oh, like an up and down, like a pillar?
Yeah, you can just like take your fingers and slide right across and then get cut. Like it was like freshly made out of it.
So how do we turn that into a sentence? Try to use 3 words and then 1 word, maybe. What was that, the tall smooth? Okay, so much depends upon a shiny blue jewel. tall, smooth, and let's do
Shiny?
one. Well, we've got shiny. So let's try to use another one.
Glittering, sparkling.
Okay.
Opaque.
Ooh, okake's a good one. Do you want to use opaque? Do you guys know what opaque means? So opaque is something that you can't see through.
It's like transparent.
So it's the opposite of transparent, because transparent means you can see through it, right? So it's the opposite of transparent. You can't see through it.
It's really noticeable.
Yeah, so it's like solid. So like my pants are opaque. They're a solid mustard color, right?
I like that so much. I'm sitting over a spotlight with a fish tank on top. It's noticeable.
Is that how you spell opaque?
Mm.
Okay. So what's this jewel doing? Is it sitting outside?
In a cave.
It's in a cave? Okay.
Ooh, what about like if I walked into a dark cave and I saw this blue shiny crystal, what would I want to do?
Grab it.
So waiting to be plucked, waiting to be harvested, waiting to be
Fold.
Pulled out?
pulled, waiting to be grabbed,
Wow.
Stolen.
Ooh. I like that word.
Mhm.
Taken, that would work. All those words would work.
So now we have a full poem, and it reads, so much depends upon a shiny blue jewel, tall, smooth, and opaque, waiting to be stolen.
Oh, this is very nice.
Was he giving us words? I feel so bad.
No, he wasn't. No.
Okay. So now our poem needs a title. What could we call our poem? Austin?
Mischievous crystal.
Ooh. Do we want to use the word mischievous? Because mischievous is kind of like troublemaking.
Could be a curse.
Ooh, I like the cursed crystal.
You take it, and you'll be cursed for life.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone is learning the crystal and soul. And you want to learn. And then you find out that whoever has it next to you still. And they're both cursed.
I don't think you could write a short story about that.
No, I don't even know.
Now you don't even want it.
So go ahead, open up your Chromebooks again. Now you are going to write your own red wheelbarrow poem. So pick something that you're interested in. It could be an object like a crystal. It could be a sport like volleyball. What did you say?
A plunger.
Sure,
Maybe a
Sure, you could
plunger.
probably write a
If you
pretty
want to
interesting story about a toilet plunger.
And then you're gonna describe it to us.
Ew.
What'd you say? Ew. So you could, but that's.
So don't forget to put the last word of that on the second line for every single time.
How about the cursed toilet? Cursed talking toilet.
You can write about that if you want to.
Whenever we do so much dispense upon, do we like versus upon, do we go to down to the next one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
And guys, you've got like what, like 4 minutes?
Yeah.
So you need to get busy. So if you need help, we can help you while you're here, okay?
Sorry, I didn't mean to take you long. Thank you.
It's fine. As long as we have time to get home.
Tanisha's done. So what are you gonna write about?
I don't know.
What about a star? Because you could describe the star, you could say that you like a wish on a star, you could do something really easy, I think of that. Or what's something you enjoy doing, like earlier, some of the kids picked like hunting, or they picked like activities that they're involved in. Do you like reading? You could write about a book, just like a book in general. So much depends upon a book. Well, we gotta describe the book. So how would that book look? Like if you went into the library and it was like the book, what would it look like? Would it be thick? Would it be
thick and like.
okay, so that's perfect. So a thick, old, and then put book on the line underneath. So go back up there and put a thick, old, and then book underneath. How are you doing this? Okay, so what about this one? What else can you say? Is it, have a black center? Does it have multicolored petals? Is it tall? Is it short? Describe it to me. Help me see it. Something that might help too is think about like if nobody had ever seen it, what would it look like? Describe it. Good, good. And that's right here. And remember, it's like a pond. Huge, thick, and beautiful was on the next line. Waiting to be wished upon. Perfect. Now give it a title. So you should have 4 of these. Long, long, one word. Long, one word. Long, one word. Perfect. So are they submitting those or what are they doing? We have one word on it. The first one was okay, can you turn that in? Okay. Okay. I would do that if you guys have like 2 minutes before you have to leave anyway, I would go ahead and do that. If you're done with it, so you don't forget. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's okay, hon. Thank you though.
I was wanting to name my star rainbow
Where's the record thing here? Is it up here?
You can, yeah, either way. You can go up
I don't know
there.
if she was using screencast.
Yeah, she
It,
is.
like, won't
But
pop
it's
up.
not. Okay.
And if we just close it.
No, it's still recording. It's just without video.
Shut it.
See,
Why
is it
won't
in
it
the
pop up?
background? Because there's another. Yes.